Well, looks like Doctor Strange 2 is delayed again. So what do we do in the meantime? Hey, what's up you guys? Silent Valley here, and yes, welcome back to the same outfit. Yeah, I'm recording this immediately after the last one. And today we are going to be reacting to the new trailer for The Batman. Slightly contrary to what my intro may believe, I don't see this as just something to pass the time while we wait for Doctor Strange to finally be released out of the catacombs of Marvel Entertainment. I am genuinely excited about this movie. Which, yeah, while I am definitely more a fan of Marvel movies and the Marvel Cinematic Universe as a whole, the thing that probably got my attention the most about the new Batman film was the fact that they said they wanted to focus more on the actual noir and the detectives of it, because Batman is known as the world's greatest detective. Most of the Batman portrayals that I've seen, or a lot of the newer ones, tend to focus more on the actual superhero part of it, and like, you know, the actual action and the, well, I don't want to say superpowers because Batman doesn't have powers, but you know, that kind of thing. The fighting and the training and things like that, which is fine, that's part of Batman. But I noticed that they don't really focus that much on like the actual detective part of it, you know, and the fact that this one, it seems like they want to focus more on like a mystery solving kind of thing, I thought was actually really interesting. And I thought, okay, that seems really neat. And then even more so when they said, we're also going to be placing this at the very beginning of Batman's journey. He's still kind of getting used to being Batman. He's not well established as like this amazing superhero yet, which again, also very interesting. The closest that we've gotten to that was something like Batman Begins, but even then it was more of like a brief, you know, little time skip kind of thing as far as I can remember. So I thought, okay, this should be really cool, really interesting. Now this is still back when Ben Affleck was attached to the project, but you know, a while later they announced that he had left and they were looking for a new Batman, and I thought, okay, well, we'll see who they get. And then they cast Robert Pattinson. He's actually stayed out of the spotlight for quite a while. He wasn't really doing any huge projects because of what happened with Twilight. He wanted to sort of keep on the down low, didn't want to jump into any series or anything like that until recently with The Lighthouse, which got a lot of recognition, and now with The Batman. And that's why when I found out he was cast, my reaction wasn't immediately, oh god, this is gonna be awful. It was, huh? Maybe? Literally, that was my reaction. And I saw a lot of people kind of saying, oh, it's not gonna work, things like that. But then also keep in mind, this kind of thing has happened before. We had the same issue with Michael Keaton when he was cast as Batman. A lot of people mainly knew him from Beetlejuice, and they thought, oh, he's not gonna be able to play a serious character like Batman, and he did amazing. He's considered many people's favorite portrayal of Batman. Heath Ledger, a lot of people knew from A Knight's Tale, and they didn't think he was capable of playing the Crown Prince of Crime, especially after Jack Nicholson did such a great performance. But hey, to this day, Heath Ledger is considered an amazing portrayal of the Joker. Not only that, he actually won an award after his death for his portrayal. So because of that, I thought, okay, I think Robert Pattinson is a bold choice, but maybe he can actually do something really interesting with Batman. And, you know, maybe this isn't gonna be that bad. And then the trailer dropped, the first trailer, a year ago. And damn, was I right? Because wow, that first trailer was amazing. I gotta tell you, like, I adore that trailer. First off, the Nirvana music in the background, that remix, I'm like, oh, are you kidding? I love this. Second, just the way that it's shot, it looks so much different than any other Batman film that we've seen. Like, even something like Joker, which was much more gritty and kind of realistic in that it wasn't all about like the superhero kind of stuff. Like, this one kind of reminds me of that, but also it does incorporate a lot of superhero stuff. The fact that the villain is the Riddler, which hasn't happened, like we haven't had the Riddler in the main villain role since Batman Forever when it was Jim Carrey and it was much more of a comedic role. This Riddler seems like serious, like serial killer vibes going on. We got to see Colin Firth as the Penguin. We got to see Zoe Kravitz as Catwoman. And probably the thing that impacted everyone the most was that moment when Batman like beat that guy down and just said, I'm vengeance. I was like, oh snap! snap! So yeah, finally, after a year of waiting, we have a new trailer, we have a new release date, and yeah, we're just gonna get right into this after these disclaimers. Disclaimer number 1, I do not own this video. It is owned by DC and Warner Brothers. Disclaimer number 2, if you haven't already watched this trailer, go ahead and check it out on either the Warner Brothers or DC YouTube channel, and then come back and watch it on my channel. And then disclaimer number 3, if you haven't already, go ahead and subscribe to my channel so that way you can be notified every time I upload a new video. I do reaction videos, makeup videos, vlogs. It's a fun time around here, so definitely subscribe and ring the bell to be notified when I actually upload a new video. And yes, with all that out of the way, let's get into this reaction. So yes, we're gonna go ahead and get right into it. This is the official trailer for The Batman, and we're gonna get started in 3, 2, 1. Okay. Okay.
Police! Hands up!
Now who are you? Oh.
Stay still! Get out of here!
You're focusing on that teacup. Is it important? Or, oh! I see. It was.
Fear is a tool. When that light hits the sky, it's not just a call,
The song again.
it's a warning.
Oh snap! Wait, is that Art Pass's voice? Oh snap! Did you make that book? Oh, he just shocked him! Just electrocuted, shocked him.
I've been trying to reach you.
Oh,
Find the gun!
bro, there's a wall there.
Powder King, and Brither's the match.
Ooh. Oh, is that
Take
good?
care of myself.
Ooh. Yes, girl.
It won't be long before you've nothing left.
Andy Serkis.
I don't care what happens to me.
It's only gonna get worse for you.
Oh snap!
Oh, take it easy, sweetheart. Hear everything they say, ain't you?
Oh snap!
Maybe we're not so different.
The action of this movie is about to be
You
unreal.
under there.
Ooh. You can hear a little bit of. Oh snap! He's bulletproof.
I'm vengeance.
There it is. Oh, and that Batmobile. Oh snap! Oh snap! Just drove through them. Ooh.
Black and blue.
She looks scared.
Oh.
Ooh. See now? Oh snap. Oh.
I got you! I got you!
You think? Yeah. Yeah, you thought. Oh my. Oh! I was. Snap. Oh, okay. That transition is nice. That's a nice transition. Oh, snap. March 4, here we go. Okay, look, I kept trying to say, oh yeah, the motif, like I can hear, oh, the camera's slightly off. I kept trying to say, oh, I can hear like the Batman motif, like the song, and just wham, kept interrupting me, why don't you? That's what I get for trying to talk in the middle of the trailer. Okay, so we got to see a lot more in this one. We got to see a lot more of Zoe Kravitz as Catwoman. She looks great, fantastic, love her. We got to see Andy Serkis as Alfred, which is really nice. I think we only slightly heard him in the first trailer. We got to see more Colin Firth as the Penguin. Just get totaled at the end. A lot more of the, I nearly called it choreography, but it kind of is choreography, like the fight choreography, which looks very intense, at least compared to other Batman movies that I've seen. His suit is bulletproof. That's, I mean, like, okay, maybe it's been a while since I've seen some of the other ones, but yeah, I would imagine that they're bulletproof too, but just something about this one with the actual like guns, you know, kept shooting and the way it was ricocheting, I don't know, it just felt more raw. It didn't seem so, I don't want to say cinematic, but more like movie-like, if that makes any sense. I don't know. It just seeing that, like how straight on it was. Something about that is what made it like feel a little different for me. I'm sorry, I don't really know the best way to explain it. That little bit at the beginning, it makes me wonder because I was saying, oh yeah, you guys are focusing on that teacup, must be important. And you see like the Riddler's like question mark symbol in the middle, and I was thinking, oh, okay, so is the guy that they're arresting the Riddler? Is it maybe a pawn or someone else that's masquerading as the Riddler? Or should I say the Riddler has someone masquerading as him to throw them off set, you know? And again, that kind of goes back into like the detective part of it. So there's a part where I think both Catwoman, like Selina Kyle and Alfred are saying to Bruce, you know, you gotta be careful because this kind of thing can consume you. And there's a part where he's just like, I don't care what happens to me. So I'm like, okay, so it makes me wonder if he's talking about like the actual detective work, or like if he would get arrested, or does he mean like, would he actually die? Like, is this something that could actually end up killing him? Be it like at the police hands or at the Riddler's hands. Let me see if I can find anything else that I can comment on. First off, the song being there again, I love that. So yeah, Alfred was saying, oh, like, it's not long till you have nothing left. And then there's this little shot where it says, no more lies, collusion, the sins of my father, Savage, renewal is a lie, and Mitchell. So I don't know if those are names, Mitchell, Coulson, or Coulson, yeah. I believe I remember that the Penguin, Cobblepot, I think. This is him before he actually becomes the Penguin, or like he's called the Penguin, but he doesn't like it. So yeah, he's not quite at the level of being the Penguin, but I think he still has like some influence going on. So a lot of this has to do with like corruption and things like that, which is something, again, outside of what we've kind of seen beforehand in some Batman movies, where usually it's just like, oh, a straight villain is coming up. Unless you count Batman Returns with like, you know, Christopher Walken's character, which I forget his name, but yeah, Max. He was sort of like mayor and things like that. There was corruption there, but this one seems a lot more serious because of the fact that it may or may not connect to the Wayne family. I do really like the fact that we don't know Selina Kyle's place in this. It seems like she might be a bit of a wild card. We don't know if she's actually aligned herself with the bad guys, or if she's just a free agent, if she's just doing the cat burglar thing or what, but it looks like she and Batman have a little bit of a thing going on, you know, as usual. By the way, that moment where it transfers from the Nirvana song into the Batman theme song, that's when I was like, oh snap, that is insane. Speaking of like the fight choreography and stuff, the reason why I was saying it looks a little more like raw and brutal, I think that actually plays in really well to not only the moment where he like electroshocks this one guy who looks like he's in cahoots with the other guy that he beat down in the first trailer. I think it makes sense because considering this is his second year as, you know, a crime fighter, he doesn't seem to have a lot of the experience that he would have in later iterations that we've seen when he's older. But it also looks like he's still kind of like raw emotionally, which means that he is a lot more brutal in how he deals with, you know, crime and stuff like that, which I think is going to be really fascinating to watch. I must say that scene of him again showing off like the bulletproof suit in the tunnel right before he says, I am vengeance, I gotta say, it did remind me of that moment from Rogue One with Darth Vader fighting all of those guys and just mowing them down, and mainly because of like the lighting too. And I like the way, and that's another thing, I love the lighting in this, like the different colors, the way it pops, but also like the way it plays around with it, and that goes into like the cinematography too. I just think that's a really cool moment, and it just reminded me of another cool moment. It looks like he's beating someone else down because it looks a little different from the shot from the first trailer. It might be the same guy, I don't know. But in this moment, we see that Selina Kyle is there, and she looks scared. Like, she looks genuinely afraid of him in that moment, just like, okay, like you can stop. And lastly, we do get to see more of the Batmobile, which it looks even cooler in action, the way he just plows through things and just like boom, jumps through the fire. I'm just so excited for this. I've never really been that excited to watch a Batman film that has come out when I am alive, because the Batman Tim Burton ones came out before I was born, and I think like the year after I was born. But like for an actual Batman movie coming out when I'm alive, I don't think I've ever been more excited to watch one, and I really want to go see this one in a theater. Same like Spider-Man Far From Home. I really want to see this in a theater. Midnight premiere. I am just so pumped for this. And yeah, I fully admit that as someone who is a casual fan, I have not read the comics. I don't follow DC Universe as much as I do the Marvel Universe. Despite all that, I am super excited to watch this movie, and I hope you guys are too. So yeah, that's gonna be the end of this video. Thank you again so much for watching. If you enjoyed it, please leave a like, comment in the comment section below. Let me know how excited you are to watch The Batman. Tell me what your favorite part of the trailer was, or any theories you have about what's gonna happen in the movie. And yeah, definitely subscribe for more. You can watch my last video right up here. It was my reaction to Deadly Vu's Heaven to Hell cosplay cover. I almost said insane. The Heaven to Hell cosplay cover video. That was a lot of fun because that was a sort of last minute decision to react to that video. So yeah, if you haven't seen that video, check it out, and definitely check out the original if you haven't watched it already first. Or you can watch my last movie trailer reaction video right up here, which was for Spider-Man Far From Home. That one was a lot of fun too because, you know, if you guys didn't know, Doctor Strange is my favorite superhero. Spider-Man is definitely in the top 5 as well. So I was really pumped to watch that. And if you want to see what I thought of the trailer and any theories I think might happen in the movie, definitely check it out as well. You guys can follow me on social media. I have the links for them in the description for my Instagram, Twitter, and TikTok, as well as a link for my Ko-fi if you want to send some support my way. Thanks again so much for watching, guys. I hope you have a great rest of your day, and I will see you in the next one. Bye, guys!